and send. So everybody has to put the okays or runaways. I always ask to have the hand on the heart because then the mind is not that active and everything has to be filtered through the heart, and it's easier to connect and it's easier to get inside your own inner world.
I did want to ask you, I kind of alternate between my hand and my heart, but I also feel like it's beneficial for me to kind of do some yoga poses sometimes when you're going through your healing. So if I move around a little bit,
it's perfect. It's just okay. do anything you want.
I feel kind of funny doing it on camera, but it really helps.
Nothing is weird. And the hand on the heart is mainly because as soon as we start thinking, the mind takes over, and there's a lot of rubbish coming out of that. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of programmed rubbish coming out of that. And most of the issues, or not issues, the themes in the sessions are to take out those programs. So to disconnect from the programs makes it easier to get rid of the programs. Mm-hmm. So that's mainly the thing. I wrote a few things down for you. And I'm gonna ask Vanessa if this was what you wanted to share.
For me, it will be more authenticity, go deeper in the heart, opening of the heart.
Yeah.
More confident, working on the more confidence, so I can do live soon. I seen Anne's live.
Yeah, today. Cool. Huh? Yeah. And you want to do that? You want to do that just as well?
Is that for me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go live.
Like to get I am a card reader. I read cards, so I want to get that strength to go online and share my gift.
Yeah.
That's not the light language yet. It's coming. It's in the process.
You can combine it. So maybe not today, but maybe next time you can read us a card so that we can promote that card reading as well. And then it's also an exercise for you to do it live, so that we can find if there are any boundaries. Because I feel that there are boundaries, and that's normal. And so it's easier to take them away when they're obvious. Okay.
You know what just came up, Robert? When you say boundaries, I'm thinking straight away my mind said, I love God. There is no boundaries. So the boundaries just came to my face what people will think of me. I didn't know that. Ooh, what people will think of me. I didn't realize this one. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. So we talk about boundaries in the frequencies as well. Thank you.
Hi.
Your house is on fire. I see smoke.
So I'm clearing my energy. I just have gotten some exciting news after a week of not having any gas in my house and trying to move out within the next month. And we just got the news of maybe having dog-friendly apartment available as soon as we're ready in the next days. So we're going to view the place tomorrow. So I just feel really grateful and yeah, God is good. The universe has pushed me, but I've also been prepared for it. With that being said, on a more spiritual note, I mean, everything is connected. After posting my light language and stuff, I sent it to both you and Nicola. And Nicola said that the singing bowl is a crutch, is a distraction, is something that I'm using to kind of half let my light language, my light shine through. So just as things I think I heard Jamie saying was that your ascension process is in slingshot, you pull back and now we're flying forward so fast. I feel the same. And with this online community being a blessing, it also, the physical mind can get a bit caught up in everything. So I am committed in this session, kind of regrounding and remembering that I am more than enough, and that I don't have to be anything that I see. That is kind of my focus, and because I feel like getting a little distracted or expecting myself to be what I see, and maybe light language is not that. I had somebody commenting on it and like asking me what is light and what light language is and what language am I speaking. And then I was like, wait, this is, maybe I shouldn't even have said light language in the first place. So taking a step back.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Taking a step back.
No, this was more speaking out loud what I was thinking.
Yeah, no, why? No, maybe not taking a step back. No, I don't know. You're right.
Let me say something, because Vanessa was also saying what other people are thinking.
Judgment.
Yeah, judgment, and that's something it's as soon as we got something, when we're accelerating, when we're doing something which is different, which is normal, because we are all unique beings. So we are not the same in any way. There's always a difference, and there's always people. As soon as you step out of the mowing field, put your head outwards, somebody's cutting your head off, of course. So okay, and it's helping to just be authentic and be powerful and do whatever you feel. And as soon you put something on the air on social media, there are often people are judging that, but that's more their issue.
Yeah. So I think the dancer in me is having a bit of like triggers. So maybe something past this lifetime past, just I've been so used to diminishing my light to comfort others.
Yeah.
And so now I can't reduce my light, but now it's coming in, I don't know, this challenge. So yeah, owning my light, owning my power, owning my
just be
attention, and just being, because it just is.
Yeah. And whatever that will be.
Yes.
And the more spontaneous that is, the better it is for everybody, because then you shine more light. And I think the whole purpose of anybody of us is shine light. Nothing more. Sometimes a little bit more, but it's easy. So please all close your eyes. Put your feet next to each other, not crossed. Hand on your heart. And what I'm going to do in all time and space and all dimensions is to start off with a connection of the higher self. So, and we connect the higher self to the heart, the center of the heart, the sphere of the source in your heart. And the higher heart and the sphere are connected really firmly today. So that any feeling you get into, which is coming from your mind, filters through your heart, is making you more secure, more authentic. And labeling from others is not of importance. Everybody's trying to get some of the light you are shining. Be shining light. Remember, you are that shining light. Any programming in all time and space, all dimensions, diminishing or holding back this shining light you have inside of you in any way you can show it. Any program which is holding this back, we're going to take away. We're going to reset, reprogram, reconfigure, whatever we can do to just make it shine again. Programs for shining we make bigger. And all these mind thoughts which are telling us, is this okay, is this weird, or whatever, is all programming. So we're going to take this away, eliminate this in all time and space, in all dimensions. Your only main purpose here is to shine light in whatever way. If it's coming from the heart, connected to the source, connected to the central sun, connected to your higher self and helpers, it's always okay. It's always right. Shubututa mga. Shukudum dudu shukudum. Shi. And if in the beginning, when you're accelerating in the beginning and everything is going quick, you can hold on to other tools like singing bowls, like crystals. Anything is okay. But remember, everything, all the tools are inside of you. So remember, there are tools to help you remember. And also remember, everything is perfectly orchestrated. So everything is right. There is no wrong. And authenticity, being pure from the heart, is really, really helpful in this. Because then you feel, understand, you live that everything is perfectly pure. Let it integrate a little bit. Take your time. And while you're sitting in this integration, I'm going to activate a little bit more on the light language. And light language can be spoken, it can be dancing, it can be singing, it can be drawing, any way of light language. All this is remembered because it's all in your field already. Shua kayam branda moya naya nananau kuram ayu watayana shut ai shio nuama shu kurututu stum a. So remember that everything is already inside of you in your field. It's already there. Wakatayam shugodamba. You combine the normal tools you already use, like the tarot cards, like the yoga, like the singing. Everything can be combined with light language in any form. Shubara shunamakata, shukoto onna, shura shi mani hash. You want to have a break or shall I go on? Can we move on? So what I want to do is close your eyes again and sit in this energy. What I want to do is call upon all our inner childs of all time and space and all dimensions. And all those inner childs are forming a circle around us now. And all these inner childs of all time and space, of all dimensions, they form a circle. And first we start connecting them with the source part from your heart to the source part to their hearts. And we what I want to do with this inner child is to work on the energies and the experience they had when they were feeling not really powerful, not authentic, not confident in their own self, and that others were having judgments about them and around them. So we want to bring this powerful confidence that there's no labeling, that they are unique in any situation. this energy we want to bring in. First, we're going to take out the lack of confidence, the lack of authenticity. So all these infiltrating energies from others are taken out. The experience still stays, but we let the emotions go. Emotions of lack of confidence, even boundaries created by this. And all these inner childs in a circle around us have now extra space, which is cleared. I'm going to fill this space with pure love, confidence, authenticity, the knowing that you are a unique multidimensional being, and whatever others are thinking, it's okay. It doesn't get into you, it doesn't harm you. Shumanayana kai kurumboko tota shamanana vutatayana kataya vuhushkutampa. Rushkurum maranaya shukurun toto. This is only strong belief energy from the higher self directly into the inner child. Really powerful getting in there. Connected to your heart. And all these inner child are now filled with confidence, filled with self-love, filled with belief that everything is perfect. Feeling the connection with the higher self and helpers. Feeling the connection with the central sun. Feeling the connection with the source and sources. So we got a whole bunch of really confident inner childs around us, and we thank them for all the beautiful work they already done for us. And we let them go with this confidence. So when this is getting into your system a little bit, maybe it's time to share our feelings, if there are still the same thoughts of the things we mentioned before, or if there are different ideas coming up. So let's have a little round. Maybe Jamie, as a new kid on the block, is it is it okay to start with you?
Yeah. So I'm just feeling things like really loosen up. Yesterday I just felt like I was in a pressure cooker all day long, and just really just, kind of felt like I wanted to crawl out of my body. And I went and sat by the river, and usually that's my place, and I can kind of let it all go. But even there, I just, I got in the water and it was too cold, and I got out of the water and it was too hot, and I just couldn't quite find my balance yesterday and get grounded. And so I'm just feeling all of that loosen up. I'm lots of cracking in my spine as it's loosening, and kind of warm, tingly all throughout and down my arms.
So that sounds good.
Perfect.
Super. Thank you. Any new ideas you want to?
Yes, I was gonna say, well, after Anne was talking, I have 3 children living at home, and this is very new for me, and I haven't like really introduced it to them yet. And so I'm kind of, I feel like almost living this double life. I either lock myself in my bedroom or in my garage and kind of do all this spiritual stuff. I mean, not all of it, but you know, like this kind of stuff, I'm not quite ready to let them see yet. Because
how old are they?
I have an 8-year-old, I have a 13-year-old. My 13-year-old is special needs. And then I have a 16-year-old at home, and I have a 22-year-old daughter that's moved out already.
Okay.
And so, yeah, trying to find, I can just tell that they're already kind of confused. You know, they kind of look at me like, what's going on with you? And I'm kind of, you know, feeling the same way. Like, I wish I could tell you, I'm not quite sure yet, you know, or I don't know like what words to use with them and how much to show them. And I don't, probably especially with my 16-year-old son, I'm a little bit like, you know, worried about what he'll think, definitely. And then probably honestly, if I mean the root of the worry is what my, you know, if they take it back to my ex-husband and like what he's gonna think, and you know.
Is it necessary to call it spiritual work or whatever? It's just being happy. Being you,
being me,
and if you can show them that the more you are yourself, being authentic, being pure, and being of light, whatever or whatever word you can choose for that, you don't really have to make it something creepy maybe for them. Just make it normal, normalize it.
And I'm probably creating that more than anything, honestly. I've been pretty good at doing that in the past, and so yeah, I probably need to maybe normalize it a little bit more for myself, and then
because it feels for me that because of this James Bond life, it's a bit it's hard to get into the normal life.
It is. I'm really having a hard time connecting with them, and I feel like they probably feel like I am trying to you know, avoid them, and I guess in a little bit I am, just because I'm really, you know, I'm feeling really overwhelmed with everything I'm experiencing, and I'm also wanting to spend a lot of my time, you know, in meditation and doing yoga, and because, you know, I'm kind of feeling it, I'm kind of feeling like, I guess needs a strong word, but I'm wanting it to feel more balanced and grounded, and so
words yoga and meditation are already there. So use what's familiar, like, you know, so for me, I've already started talking about angels. I'm a new stepmother and I just got married in April. So I totally know where you are at. What I've noticed is by using like yoga meditation as the like more commonly known terms is a way to talk. And then by not blocking off, like Anne's meditating in the morning, the kids wake up, they come in the living room, they know that they can have their devices, but I'm still going to meditate, and just letting them see what I'm doing rather than behind closed doors allows them to at least not feel that there's a separation, that there's something that mom is doing that is, you know, something that they would then go to your ex-husband and then it would be in that way, you know, and it's a part of it, where the worry and like, oh, I don't know what's going on, so how can I talk about it? You don't have to talk about it, just be about it, girl.
Yeah, just be.
Thank you.
Yeah, I completely agree. And there's nothing wrong in what you are doing, Jamie, or what you did, because it's all helping you to make you're manifesting to be you, the one you want to be. I believe strongly, and I'm working with a woman with 3 children. She is divorced, and I was trying to include them even in your mind, so that your energy is already including them in what you're doing. And it's nothing special what you're doing. It's only special because not many people have understood, but we all do. Mm-hmm. And we, as long as we don't say it's light language, or we don't say it's spiritual, or it's some, then because then somebody who has a label, put a label on like witchcraft or whatever they think of, that's not helping. So include them, let them see how much the benefit is for you and therefore for them. Because if you're more balanced and exercise, and this is Indian made exercises, yoga, that makes you more balanced. So yeah, they have a more balanced mother, and that's something every child will have, happily will agree to. So make it all more, it's all more natural. And this is,
Yeah.
and that's in the basis is what we are doing here. Being connected with your higher self is only being natural in the an avatar of this being on this planet. But it's quite normal to be abnormal, because we have been living the life of being abnormal and feeling like we're weird. Now finally we find equal sense people, and we're like, oh yeah, it's normal that we're not alone, and there are many more, and they're even weirder than me, and so there's a lot of space in that to adjust to that. But what I want to do is, and that's what I pick up from it, and that's connected to the boundaries of Vanessa, the confidence of Anne, and it's also the confidence of you, Jamie. And again, if it's all working material, it's not judgment of myself, that's not the truth, but it's working material. I'll figure out what's happening, and then I can put a light language or frequencies on it. So close your eyes, put your hands on your heart, and in all time and space, in all dimensions, I want to, with this re-established and repowered and remembered connection with the higher self, with the central sun, with the source, I want to really understand in the heart for everybody of us and everybody who will listen to this tape, that we from the heart are authentic, that we are pure, so that let us make our hearts bigger. So the 4 chambers of our heart, we're gonna make twice the size they are now. And even more than that, we're gonna create a massive heart chakra. And we're gonna connect every cell from our physical body to this massive heart. And every cell and every energy part of our being is connected to this massive heart. So we are one big massive heart of purity, of light, of love. This heart is our compass in any way, to any universe, to any galaxy, to any place on this earth. The more we are feeling with our heart, seeing with our heart, hearing with our heart, listening with our heart, the better the information is. And it's all connected to the higher self and the helpers. It's all connected to the central sun. It's all connected to the sources, and Mother Earth. And this will build massive confidence and trust that everything is okay what we do. If it's from the heart, deep from the heart felt, guided from the heart, it's okay. So let the heart speak for us. Let the heart think for us. Let the heart act for us. And let us remember how to really listen to our heart. And any time and any space, any dimensions, any programs which are differing from what I'm just saying about the heart and the use of the heart and the listening and the feeling of the heart, we're going to take away right now. Sure. And any programs from ancestors laying in this field, from fathers, mothers, brothers, sisters, we're going to take away as well. Any detachment programs for this old programming, you're going to take away. So what's left over is pure heart energy. Connected with the higher self, connected to the earth, connected to the central sun, connected to the earth, connected to the source, connected to the earth, in all time and space, all dimensions, in all galaxies, in all universes. Okay, let's land a little bit on this planet again. So the message of today is, I think, is being authentic. It's like every time it's the same message, but every time we have a different angle, and what happens in our daily lives makes us realize that although we are acting authentic and doing our best to be authentic, it's still hard when somebody is pointing in your system or picking there. And for me, it's always the best is just to get back to my own heart. And if somebody's getting in my field and is labeling me, then and it's happening often, and in the most weird situations, people who don't really know what I'm doing, they're already judging what I'm doing. So they didn't even, if they see me, they're really like, oh, he's fake or whatever. And so for me, it's every time make a little step backwards out of that energy interfering field, and then feel with your heart, am I doing the right things? Am I telling the truth? Is it authentic? And if you know it's that, there's nobody who can judge that. There's nobody who can label that. You know it. You are in your own power then. So for me, that's that little step backwards is often a real big help. And mostly then the mind starts wondering, but why are people doing this? And there has to be a reason or whatever. And mostly the what I can recreate as a reason is that those people mostly have fear for your energy power, because that's what they feel already. You're a powerful being. And then they start throwing little rocks like the children used to do when they were small. Start throwing little rocks at something they don't know. So maybe that helps a little bit. How was this energy?
Deepening.
Sorry, Jane?
I just said deepening.
Deepening, great, because that's what I want to do.
Deepening and expanding at the same time.
Yeah, but that's what we need. You can sit there, it's no problem, Vanessa.
He's feeling the love.
Let him join. Hi there.
Hi.
Hi.
When Daddy do light language, how does Daddy do light language?
Be quiet.
You know, Daddy will say be quiet, but what is the sound when Daddy do light language? Oh, which? No, you know the language when Daddy doing healing.
Okay.
It is implemented. Yeah, so what I'm doing with that, I'm normalizing it.
Yeah.
You know, like sometime I will have it on the video and he said, what is that? I said, that's light language. You know, we come from the light, so this is the language that our soul, you know, understand. Like I'm trying to implement it, you know, because I did ask before, what is light language? The answer I got for myself was not because we come from the light, okay? The English, the Brazilian, these languages from this earth. So the light language come from the universal language from all the planet, all the being. So our soul resonate with that frequency. So that's the answer I got. So then I give Billy that because Billy as well was thinking like, because he is the one who do the light language. So he was thinking like how he gonna bring that out there. So for us, we got the message is the universal language, if that's any help.
Yeah.
It's the universal language. I think that message was for you, Anne, because you were saying how you're gonna bring that. Yeah.
The universe.
Yes, that was.
Yeah, no, I mean the it was, and the person who was, you know, questioning me, they like were trying to say you got scammed, and then there was a second I was like, wait, no, like Nicola and Vanessa and all these people, like nobody's scamming me. I can't be scammed. So, and this guy was like, I think like jealous of the light, but also like trying to show he cared in a way. And yeah, I mean, it was a question that I think I needed to hear, but at the end of the day, I just feel vibration. It's vibrations. It's what feels, it resonates. So if it's light language, if it's this language, if it's the name of it, it's not even about the label. It's about what it does for me and others, and the connection to be established through this. It's light language is an unspoken language that, like you said, universal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I needed to hear that. Thank you, Vanessa.
It's universal frequency, I think. It's universal frequency because some will sing, some will hum, some will dance, as Robert said. You know, and another thing that Robert said, I want to just what I understand with that, it's like when somebody says something about you guys, it's never about you. It's about them, a reflection of their fears. Okay, do not dim your light because of somebody's. It's outside of us. Everything that's outside of me now, I'm become the observer. All day I do that. If I heard something, I say, hold on a minute, that's outside of me, nothing to do with me. I'm protecting my energy. But if somebody is saying something, is reflecting on them fear, and if somebody say, for example, you're fake, that means what is happening, you're your true self. It's a reflection that they are fake because they're in the illusion. They didn't become authentic, you see? So,
or it can also be that if something triggers you, then they're a messenger and show you that there's something to be taken care of in your field, which is beautiful. But they didn't meant to do that. But it's perfect. They're just messengers. And the worst messengers are, of course, your family, because they're really related and they're getting into your field anyway. But those messengers, that's showing you you can do something. There's no need to, but you can do something. You can take action on that. And then, of course, you bring it in your own light again and see what's happening. But I think the basis is, especially for you, Anne, if you're starting on the broadcasting, there will always people telling you what they think you are. And they are not the nice people. Then there are nice people, they tell you everything they think you are, and they only tell you, they would never tell you if you do something wrong. And you can feel what's happening, and it's okay. Everything is okay. And you can feel if it's okay to bring this out. What is the energy you're getting from it? I think that's the thermometer, which is helping you to value what you're doing. we are not judges. You can be the judge, or your energy can make a judgment of what it's done.
Yeah.
And,
yeah, I think for me to get trigger, I think this guy, like you said, Robert, it wasn't a reflection necessarily, or if it was partially, it was also, he was supposed to bring this up in myself and my past as a dancer, and just like this never feeling like I belonged, this trigger. It was just like, okay, finally, I don't need external validation. I don't need, like, I can see, like, I ended up concluding this back and forth conversation with this gentleman, saying, you know, thank you. I see that you care, and you've taken your time to, there was a language barrier as well, like, different languages. So at the end, I said, okay, I think I get what he's saying, and I'm going to take it for what it is. And if it doesn't serve me, I'll leave it there.
Yeah. And remember that the more you are experiencing the light language in whatever form, the more you are using it. If it's recorded and broadcast or not, it doesn't matter. It will help you to open all these channels.
Yeah.
And the frequencies will adjust to what they need to be, so that there are your frequencies. And that takes sometimes a little bit of time, which is perfect. But that's some exercise time. And I'm really proud that you did it yesterday. Seriously, yeah. I remember for myself, it was a big step to do that, and then you get reactions. This is also perfect, whatever the reactions are.
Yeah.
So great.
Thank you.
Vanessa, you asked for the opening of the heart. Was this about what you wanted?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Because I think everything is here. That's the connection. The more the heart is open for me, it's less question I ask. It's like the answer, you just know. You just know. Triggers, for me, guys, I love triggers. I love triggers, because I notice each time I'm dealing with the big triggers, my gift is opening more. My gift is opening more, you know. And for me, triggers is like disguise it's blessing in disguise. Literally, just before we start, I think me and Bill was talking, and I was telling him that, you know, he said he has a lot of triggers. I said to him, God, you'll be flying soon. All your gifts will be heightened. I think he was in work today, and he's seen a being in work time, not, you know. So it's like, oh my God. So I said to him, you see, all your triggers, it's a blessing, because your gifts is more opening, you know. Yeah.
Beautiful.
And I think I've started seeing changes in that same way. So I guess a trigger could be seen as a change as well. Like this change in our living situation, I was comfortably calm. And I just knew that everything was going to be fine. And that meant that I had space to continue moving forward and focusing on, the most important things.
Close your eyes.
Yeah.
In all time and space, all dimensions, we will remember that we are multidimensional beings. We will remember that all is taken care of. We will remember that we can trust completely in the system. And this remembrance will grow steadily. And we will remember our tools, our gifts. And everything is helping and showing us the way. So remember that we can trust. And with this, we will remember that we are multidimensional beings, with powers of multidimensional beings, with powers of creators. And all our powers were hidden by programs. So in all time and space, all dimensions, we're going to take away the programs which are hiding our gifts, our powers, our multidimensional being, understanding, and our remembrance. Shugoron dotosh to komaina goron dotoi. Shurun goron baash gadandai goron no. So that all our gifts and all our powers will be revealed. Chukuku tushu mama yanada. It strongly believe in the system of the higher self and helpers, the central sun and the source and the heart and the central planet of the planet Earth. So open your heart for the system of belief. So open your heart for the trust. So open your heart for your higher self. Shumayana wa Shunaya Nao So you have to listen to the recording for the last part. I was singing. And my mind was making like, oh my God, what I'm doing now.
I felt it coming too. And then there was silence. And I was like,
What's happening?
I died.
And I was waiting for Anne to continue, and then I will dance.
No, but I think the reason why I got caught off was mainly because it was Robert's time to shine. Can't wait for the recording.
Yeah, this is in the recording. So how was this?
Well, my 16-year-old walked in the middle of it, so no more hiding there.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah.
Just let it be.
Yeah, of course. And everything goes natural. Everything is orchestrated so beautifully. Also, the children and the children's involvement or not, or it's helping them to grow up in their way or whatever is needed. Sometimes we don't understand it. Okay, but it's always for the best. It's always for the higher light and the highest good. So, any special wishes for the last round?
Okay, so I have a question. I don't know, it might be a silly question, but is there like a native light language? When you were doing the light language activation, like to particular, human beings, when you were doing the light language activation, I feel like you did a specific one for Anne, and then I think it was Blake that was also on the call, and you kind of told them, like, I felt like you told them it was maybe their personal like native light language. Did I understand that incorrectly?
No, but the way I work is that I tune into the frequency. So sometimes I do workshops over here in Amsterdam, and then I got people who don't have any clue what light language is, and I tune in what their cosmical light language is. So that's like the dialect from the continent where they come from in this in this galaxy or in the universe. Okay. And so what's possible that you hear is that I direct in a different frequency to Anne than I do to Vanessa or to you. That's always changing. And my light, I don't have one light language. It's a big bundle of different frequencies. And because I'm a key holder, and key maker. I just make them up at the moment for the person I'm aiming at.
Okay.
So,
Like for me, I heard him say that, and on a frequency level I connected with it, but it's nothing that has come out of my own mouth yet.
Okay.
you're holding it back.
My jaw. It's my jaw. My jaw.
Yeah, it's all the tension in here. I'm not gonna do this. No. But for instance, let's do a little round of because sometimes it helps to activate the light language. So let's do a little round of what I do in a workshop. So I will start with you, Jamie, and then go to Vanessa, and then to Anne, and then I start with just the light language. I think, or what I get through, or how do you call it? What is the galactic dialect in your case? Yo no korundo koimo taranyamayanno korundo yummo dayunodam a shurno gorondo yo toronda ganayana onayoai. Then I will move to Vanessa. Oye, kanai ish kurun orum bakai, kurun jokotayan da shiu korum osh konyai kanan jukotai chuk of shara gurun chuko chu rata ninagoro was shuf. And then I will move to Ashu koroi otana karienam kokorum ai yukorum ata tai ishuroto nyogoro osh urum bufta tai ishuro ari oyoro yumborondash. So now you can relax and tell me if it's how it felt.
Beautiful. That's actually basically what I was asking for without asking for it. I just wanted to sound. I just wanted to hear it.
Okay, so you got it now. Did it sound familiar?
It did. Yes, it felt very warm and comforting and beautiful. Thank you.
When I heard it, Jamie, I'll tell you that the yoga movement that you're saying that you're using as a way to connect with this ascension, acceleration, etc. My body was moving before, like right before Robert. So the movement is like a part of it for you.
Yeah, I like that, and I've kind of felt the same way myself. But I agree. Thank you.
And it's very, very important, and thank you for that. And there is no rule, regulation, or way to do it. There's no protocol. Everything what you feel, which comes from the heart, or from the clear knowing or clear feeling, is okay. And it's energies from our helpers, the higher self, maybe even the central sun or the source, which are coming through you, and they find their way. So if that's in movement or hands working, because there is direct energy coming from the hands, or it's singing or drawing or combinations, we don't even know whatever is possible. So never let anybody tell you there should be this or that. There's no protocol. So whatever comes up like naturally from the heart, from the clear feeling, is perfect. And it can change in time. And if you need to understand what the meaning is or where it's coming from, you will know. I don't think it's important, but if for you there's a cause and a reason to know this, in time you will know it. Mm-hmm. And I think the whole earthly life we already had on this planet, for instance, Vanessa is doing the tarot cards, integrated with the things you're already doing. If you can integrate it with your yoga in your household or dancing for whatever, integrate it in your normal life. That's the easiest way to speed up whatever is coming.
my boyfriend's a DJ, and I spend, you know, like every time he's DJing, I'll dance for hours, and it's also very healing for me. And I do think that I got some of the hand gestures first, because I noticed that like I was
Definitely.
dancing, I'm like doing this, and then I start like watching stuff, and I'm like, wait, okay, this is all like.
And mostly those moves are more better than the normal moves. Everybody's like,
right, yeah.
at least it seems it shows better.
Yeah.
So, and never let anybody make you smaller, because that's the worst thing, and that's the ego part, that's the mind part. So always keep your hand on your heart. Use duct tape if you have to learn it, and then from there on you can just be authentic, be pure, be of light. That's the only thing we want. Vanessa, how was it for you?
Good. I feel very spacey today, very in the space, and you know, yeah.
Cool.
I have a request, Robert.
Okay.
Can we do just a little bit of something for the jaw? Just again,
Take the tension away from the jaw.
yeah, to release.
Okay, that's a good question. Beautiful. Yeah, I would love to do that. So close your eyes, hand on the heart, and let's open the mouth a little bit, so that there's a little, almost a French fry can get into there, and just let it hang like an old, in the old man's house. You see all these oldies, they let their jaw hang because there's no muscle anymore. So let's play a bit of old people's home. And so in all time and space, in all dimensions, I'm going to take away programs of tension and stress, and of the jaw, the muscles of the jaw, of the skull, and connection with the jaw, and connection with the throat, so that any possibility of frequencies of light language, vocaling, or singing, or nourishing, or whatever sounds they come up, they will not be withheld by any tension. Hayonya makatai o hayo shukotoro tota niwawatatai iukotoro o shua anana mbukoko shu open, let it open, chokarama kaya shiwawana mai shu toram atatatata uko shu 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 oi ana. So all programs in all time and space, all dimensions, take away all tension from the jaws, all restraints in the jaws, all lack of confidence in the jaws, all, what was the other? Any tension from the jaw, which is holding your light language in any way back. Shu 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 o hai ne manana yokotorum ayanakata ya shuko to toi ovu to tarata mayo. And be gentle for yourself. Sure, it comes when it comes. You can't press it out. It's coming from itself. The only way to support it is to support it with your heart. So everything we did today, let it be grounded and integrated in a graceful and soft and gentle way. Shundara anai yukoto shoroma ada. Shu orona ashia nanai ukotot. Nyua watarai ishuku kurum a wosh a nyu ata mamaio shu shu. So how's that on?
Yeah. No, I'm just supposed to be making noises right now.
Oh. Yeah.
Like the singing and the noises, and there's it's not pressure. It's not super uncomfortable. It's that pressure of something coming through, and it's just not like if I were to try and form sounds and full light words, whatever you want to call it, it would not be authentic. So
beautiful.
Yeah.
To realize that it's beautiful and understand that frequencies are waves. So they come in and they will come continuously come in. So it will work the coming days. And you don't need to instantly start doing anything. It's just let it be pure, beautiful. Vanessa, still spaced out?
Yeah, very spaced out today. I feel like there was kind of some block here and it went directly in the solar plexus. The energy was there. Now it's shifting. It's in the knee. It's shifting. I say it was fear. Yeah, because the way it was solar plexus, but that's shifting. That's good. Yeah, we see how the more we get the authenticity, integrity, slowly, it will integrate on the right time.
Beautiful.
Thank you so much, Robert. Thank you so much. Well, there is so much change with this healing. There's so much change in the personality, and the trigger comes so quickly. It's like in a day, where the trigger come one day, you got a break, and then it come after. Now the trigger come in the morning, get a good time in the afternoon. It's like in one day you're getting the trigger, and it's shifting. That means the deep Kooten is coming quicker because we are
you can reach them earlier, or it's easier to get there
and easier to let it go, I feel.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So it sounds like good times are coming. Yeah, seriously. Yeah. But also we'll see more deep core wounds, even the things we didn't even expect that there were still left there, or things we already worked on a lot of times, that there are still layers under it. But it's okay if it's easier to work with them, it's easier to get rid of them again, then it helps to speed up all processes. So the acceleration will be even increasing. So there won't be any resting time anymore for us. It's over. So thank you all very much. If you have any questions, any blockages in the coming days, week, or just let me know, and we can see what we can do. This will be this recording I will put on Facebook and on YouTube. I hope you will be next week, Fridays, again at the same time. If you got any people who want to be informed of this, let them know. If you got groups in which you can share it, because let's make this stripe a little bit bigger. And if you still have any questions about posting things, don't hesitate. You know you will get a reaction. Vanessa, I will see you, I think, soon. And Jamie, very nice to have you here for the first time.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you all. Have a great weekend. And hope to see you soon. Love you all.
Love you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.